Imagine checking the news one morning and seeing the headline, "Full-scale war breaks out in heaven." Yeah, heaven, not Ukraine, not the Middle East, the place we think of as peaceful, perfect, and untouched. Welcome to Revelation 12, verses 7 through 9, where angels don't just play harps, they draw swords. And what's at stake? Everything. Let's read it straight from the Bible. "And there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon fought and his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil, and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him." Yes, there are dragons in the Bible, but don't picture Smaug from The Hobbit or Drogon from Game of Thrones. This is symbolic. The dragon is Satan, the deceiver, the accuser. And this isn't fantasy, it's prophecy. Here's the plot twist. This passage is not about the original fall of Lucifer. That fall happened long before Eden. This is mid-Revelation. It's future-focused, a spiritual D-Day where Satan finally gets the boot. Again. Biblical scholars call it a second eviction. The enemy's access to heaven ends and the gloves come off. So why is Michael the one fighting, not Jesus? Because Jesus isn't playing defense anymore. He already won at the cross. Now it's Michael, God's top general, leading a divine counterstrike. In the ancient world, Michael wasn't just an angel. He was Israel's protector. Think of him as heaven's frontline commander. And this isn't just a celestial turf war. It's personal. Because what happens in the heavens mirrors what happens in us. That war up there, it's a picture of the war inside your mind, your heart, your spirit. Ever feel like you're caught between two voices? Yeah, that's not your imagination. Let's talk about Satan's favorite weapon, accusation. Verse 10 calls him the accuser of the brethren. Ever feel that voice saying, "You're not enough. You'll never change. God can't use someone like you"? That's not conviction. That's a dragon whispering. And it's a lie. Here's something wild. Satan had access to God's courtroom. Just like in Job, he could enter heaven and sling mud on God's people. But in Revelation 12, the final gavel drops. He's cast out. No more appeal, no more accusations, just judgment. Now notice this, the dragon doesn't just leave quietly, he's enraged. Like a sore loser flipping the board, he turns his fury on us. That's why the spiritual temperature rises in your life right before a breakthrough. When Satan loses ground, he throws a tantrum. So, how does this help you on a Tuesday when your boss is passive-aggressive and your coffee's cold? Simple. It reminds you that the chaos isn't random. There's an enemy, but also a victory plan. You're not just reacting to life. You're part of a kingdom strategy. Spiritual warfare isn't Hollywood. No spinning heads or green goo. It's in your apathy, your bitterness, that quiet drift from prayer. And the antidote? Revelation 12:11. "They overcame him by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony." That's your battle gear. Let's zoom out. Why does God let this war happen at all? Because evil has to be exposed before it's destroyed. Just like a good doctor doesn't just treat symptoms, he cuts out the tumor. God is not just saving us from Satan. He's showing us exactly who he is. This passage forces us to answer a hard question. Whose side are we really on? Not just in your words, but in your thoughts, actions, and attitude. In a war of light versus darkness, there's no neutral zone. Even silence is a stance. Ever wonder why your spiritual life feels like an uphill climb? It's because Satan doesn't go after people who pose no threat. Resistance is often the evidence that you're doing something right. So if you feel under attack, don't retreat. Advance. Let's not forget, the dragon loses. Revelation 12 doesn't end in suspense. It ends with Satan cast down, defeated, furious, but powerless to stop God's plan. The battle may be fierce, but the war is already won. And here's your personal application. You don't need to fight for victory. You fight from it. God isn't asking you to slay the dragon. Just stand your ground, speak truth, and stay close to him, the one who already defeated him. If you're in a spiritual fight today, don't ask, "Why me?" Ask, "What's at stake if I give up?" The enemy attacks what he fears. And if he's aiming at you, it means you're dangerous. Don't shrink back. Press in. It's easy to read Revelation like a cosmic comic book, but it's more like a mirror. The war in heaven is the war for your heart, your purpose, your identity, and the dragon's biggest fear, a believer who knows who they are. Michael didn't fight with emotion. He fought with authority. So should you. You have the word, the blood, your testimony. You're not powerless, you're equipped, so stop negotiating with lies. Start declaring the truth. The next time you feel overwhelmed, remember, there's a war, yes, but you're not in it alone. The same angels who fought for heaven fight for you, and the same God who cast out the dragon calls you his child. So, which voice are you listening to today? The one that accuses or the one that redeems? Revelation 12, verses 7 to 9 isn't just a prophecy, it's a wake-up call. You're part of a war that's already been won. Now live like it. Stand your ground, speak your truth, and silence the dragon with your life.